Hey, beautiful. Hey, handsome. I want to tell you something. I want to tell you something that perhaps no one else has ever told you before. I want you to be well aware that what I'm about to tell you is something that deep down inside you likely already know. Therefore, your spirit team wants you to hear me, okay, when I say this. When you go inward, when you go home to yourself, every time you choose yourself, when you do work that is predicated in self love and self care, you level up every single time. Okay? You really need to hear me when I say this because what I'm hearing from your spirit guides is that you think that when you go inward, it's isolating you from others, the world, folks in the universe, your family, your friends, etc., etc. And yet, when you go inward, it's almost like you've accessed your superpower. All right? You come out transformed, you come out activated, initiated, and everyone can sense the changes, even if they can't quite put their finger on what it is about you that has changed. All right? You are a leader, but most importantly, in this spacing, you are a natural leader, right? Because you have learned how to balance your knack for learning, your desire to learn, and your ability to teach. And in essence, you've become the student and the teacher, right? And that is one hell of a space to be in because you allow yourself to flow and you allow yourself to be vulnerable enough, all right, to others that you're willing to share your lived experiences so that it can help the next person. You are essentially healing other people in your walk. Let me say that again. You are essentially healing others in your walk, which means that just by you having experiences and gaining wisdom as a result of, you are making a pathway for others to walk down. Okay. And in some cases, they're not having to walk the same path as you because some of the things that you went through that you're not afraid to share with the world, okay, they don't have to go through. You are a leader, a natural born master, okay? And that ain't no small feat. That is not a small feat. Okay? Especially when there are all these distractions, okay? There are all these people, external energies that will lean on you, that will project upon you, that will doubt you, that will try to make you feel small, that will have you hiding in a corner. You somehow have found a way to channel this I don't give a fuck energy. Okay? It's like let me give you an analogy. So, for lack of a better way of describing this, Mary J. Blige comes to mind, okay? Confirmation. Air conditioner just clicked on. Mary J. Blige comes to mind. And I'm sure there will be a host of others that come to your mind, but I'm going to use that as the example because that's who I'm channeling right now. When Mary J. Blige was singing I'm Going Down, when she was singing while all the time that I was loving you, you were busy loving yourself. When she was going through all the heartbreak, the pain, okay, the suffering, the dark night of the soul moments, okay, where she was essentially being transformed from the inside out, people absolutely loved her. All right? Because they could resonate with that pain. They could resonate with that story. They could feel her. While they might not have been able to touch her, they could feel where she was coming from. And that's the energy that sometimes you hold. You have this star energy about you, this celebrity-like energy about you, where people keep their eyes on you because somehow you go through some of the strongest, toughest battles, and yet you come out looking almost as if you're unscathed. Almost like you haven't been touched. That's a big fucking deal. And you do it, and somehow you keep a smile on your face. You're able to remain positive, even through all the pain, even through all the heartache. You still are able to minister, to lead, to teach, to be a walking example of what it's like to go through these things and still access a higher version of yourself. Because I'm going to tell you, on the flip side of that, when Mary J. Blige started to heal, when she started to recover, when she allowed herself to be in a different transformative space, oh, here come folks, oh, I liked her better when she was down and out. Excuse me? But see, the difference with you is, whether you're down and out or you're up and onward, okay, people keep their eyes on you because you are the example that they want to follow. You are the leader that shows them how to walk into leadership themselves. You have gifts that have been bestowed upon you from the divine that you are walking into every single time you go inward. You come out clairvoyant. You come out clairaudient. You come out more divergent. You come out with so much empathy for the human experience. You're intuitive as fuck. And that's like a superpower because you no longer have to look outside of yourself for direction. You know that the guidance you need is coming from within. So you don't have to choose anything lesser than yourself. And that's amazing. People want to study you. You're like a course on what to do. You're even in some cases a course on what not to do. But in those examples, perhaps you're showing folks on what not to do. But that when you fall into gaps of spaces where you've done things that you don't like for yourself, how to practice grace on top of all that. You are a blessing to so many people because you follow your calling. You follow the aligned path, no matter how that may look to anyone else. And people want to be you. They want your energy. They want your aura. They want, hell, someone wants your destiny. But you are so divinely guided and protected, they can't swap with you even if they wanted to. But your spirit guides need you to understand you are a powerful spiritual being living in a human experience. And it's not always easy. It ain't easy most times. But you do it all with grace. You do it with loving kindness. You do it pure-heartedness. So when that smile comes out, when those positive affirmations go out, you mean that from the bottom of your heart and your soul. Ain't shit fake about you. And all because you've learned to go in. Keep going inward. The world needs so much more of you. And they are watching you. Way more so than you could believe. But don't shy. Don't grow small. Just keep being yourself confidently and courageously so. I love you. I'm rooting for you. And know you're chosen. Mwah.